Hello there, and welcome to the Veggie Challenge, the challenge that gets more veggies into your body and gives you tons of energy. So we're going to go through my secret weapon, which is called the Kitchen Sink Smoothie. And the reason that I call it that is because, as you'll see, it has everything in it in the kitchen, in your produce drawer, except the kitchen sink. So we're going to start with a liquid first. I like hemp milk. You can use any, I would encourage you to use any seed or nut milk because it has a ton of healthy fats. So I start out with about a cup of this kind of milk. There we go. And then I'm gonna put my greens on the bottom. It helps blend things together better if the greens are on the bottom. So I have some delicious kale. I happen to have the purpley colored kale, which allows me to get a little bit more purple into my diet, which is really good for antioxidants. So that goes in, I give it a good squish. Now I'm getting greens and yellows. This smoothie is a great way to get your different colored phytonutrients. And so the chard goes in, that has a yellow stem. I have a little bit of leftover green leaf lettuce from making dinner the other night, so I'm gonna put that in. You can use spinach, collard greens, dandelions. That's really, really good for detoxification. I also had some parsley in the fridge, so that's going in, stems and all. Just make sure you wash everything really well. So the last sort of greenish, leafy-ish thing I'm putting in are broccoli sprouts. And I get these at our natural market. Broccoli sprouts are the most dense food with sulforaphane. That's a tongue twister. It's really, really good for brain health and cognition. Then I'm gonna put in some leftover cabbage just because I had it left over. Celery. Some carrot. This is a great way to get orange or some other, this is a really dark orange from multicolored carrots. Beets, because we want to get red in. Cucumber. Lemon for vitamin C. Use the rind. Anti-inflammatory awesomeness. Ginger, you can put the skin in, just make sure you've washed it. And fresh turmeric, super awesome for anti-inflammatory. This will make your aches and pains go away. Dump those in. A little more of the color orange. We're using the least sugar fruits that we can think of, and just sparingly. So this is veggie heavy, enough fruits for the nutrients, and also just to make it sweet enough to drink. So an orange goes in because oranges are in season right now. And then a little bit more red and a little white in the case of using an apple. Apples are in season as well. So we're almost done. And then the elusive purple, really challenging to get purple into our diet. I'm gonna default to organic frozen blueberries. Nothing wrong with using frozen fruits and vegetables. Try to pick organic if you can. That'll keep the toxins out of your life as much as possible. Now I'm gonna fake myself out to think that the smoothie is sweet without using something really sugary like bananas or mangoes. So I put gobs of cinnamon in it. And so I'm gonna put a good tablespoon of cinnamon. Another thing you can put in there that helps make it rich is almond butter or avocado if you have it on hand. Either one of those will amp up the good fats. You can also use hemp seeds or flax seeds. So I like my smoothies to be a little bit on the waterier side so that the particles of veggies don't get stuck in my teeth and I don't feel like I have to chew it. So I'm gonna put a big helping of between 1 and 2 cups of water into the smoothie. It's about more like 1 cup. Okay, so then put the smoothie, the blender cap on, move the cutting board out of the way. I have a Vitamix. You certainly don't need one, but a high-powered blender is gonna make the resulting smoothie more creamy. So on we go, plug your ears. This is the noisy part. So if you have a variable speed setting, that's a great way to start. Turn it up to the highest power. And then super high power once it gets going. It's like a race car. About a minute. I like to blend it. Like I said, I like to of it. You can kind of see the particles of food break down in the blender. So see how it went from all those lumps of yummy vegetables. And that is, if my measuring thing is right, that is 7 cups of smoothie, resulting from about 8 cups of vegetables and fruits. So then just go ahead and pour it in a glass. Whatever you have left over that doesn't fit in the glass, you can store in a mason jar. It's really, really airtight with the seal of the gasket that has some rubber on it. So I usually pour our portions into our glasses, and this has about 3 to 4 portions. It depends what other things we're having for breakfast. So then I would pour the rest into the mason jar. So for today, we've already had our breakfast. So I am going to pour it in a mason jar and stick it in the fridge. And you can leave this in the fridge for a couple days. It'll stay nice and cool. Give it a really, really heavy shake. You can re-blend it. And then you want to drink about 8 to 12 ounces. If you're going to have this for a meal, then this entire quart would be really good for a meal. This is my secret weapon to getting more veggies into my life. We do this every morning, and we can really feel the difference when we don't do it. So enjoy the kitchen sink smoothie, and I will put a link to the recipe so that you can easily find it. And you can, if you like this and it works for you, you can also sign up there to receive more updates and more recipes and more videos. So happy, healthy bodies and brains, and lots of veggies and lots of fiber, and it really is delicious.